The audience are vitally important at all theatre productions, but at Theatre in the Forest we take this one step further. Let's hear from some people who've enjoyed the plays for so many years.
I've been trying to remember the first year I went to Theatre in the Forest, but I've been so many times and it was such a long time ago that honestly I can't remember. What is it about Theatre in the Forest that keeps me coming back? I think that they get the balance of expectation and surprise just perfectly. I know that we're going to arrive at this amazing, beautiful outdoor venue. We're going to get our seats and our picnic. The cast are all going to be in character. We're going to be welcomed into this amazing venue. We'll settle down, crack open a bottle of wine and soak up the atmosphere. And honestly, it's a really, really amazing vibe there.
The first theatre in the forest we went to, I think, was A Midsummer Night's Dream in about 2006. Friends of ours introduced us to Red Rose Chain and we made a camping trip of it at Rendlesham Forest. And the next year we went with more friends, and the year after that more friends again. Oscar's first one was A Winter's Tale. And this was memorable because I spent most of the time with him in a baby sling, all through the second half, walking up and down at the back, listening to A Winter's Tale, but not seeing any of it.
It's Shakespeare, arguably the greatest playwright of all time. That seems to be where Red Rose Chain start. They think, wow, this story is amazing. How are we going to do it justice? How are we going to share it with this audience in the way that it deserves?
One of the things that I really like about Theatre in the Forest is how when we arrive it's still daylight, and by the time we leave it's gone completely dark.
And because it's outside, one time there was so much rain that the canopy got so full up and then tipped on someone's head.
Hello, Sam Sharp here, live in Acorn Village. I love to see Red Rose Chain. It's so brilliant! I'm Mary from Acorn and I love Red Rose.
I've been going to Theatre in the Forest for quite some time, and I've been collecting t-shirts every year as a tradition. This is from As You Like It, one of my favourite shows. This one's from A Comedy of Errors, one of the funniest plays I've ever seen. This is from Taming of the Shrew, one of my favourite plays, and it had Scott Ellis in it, who's playing Macbeth in this year's production. This is from A Midsummer Night's Dream, one of my favourite shows at Red Rose Chain to this day. This is from Twelfth Night, my first ever play I watched at Red Rose Chain. I don't remember much of it, but I do remember even at a young age it was a great show and it was my first experience with Shakespeare.
I think my most memorable Theatre in the Forest moment is the first Midsummer Night's Dream I saw, where the fairies were in the trees and they just came towards us, towards the audience through the trees with just fairy lights lighting them up, and it was so magical.
I'm so excited about Macbeth. I think that is going to absolutely blow me away and I can't wait.
From the very beginning of Theatre in the Forest, volunteers have worked doing jobs in front of house and backstage. Almost all of the volunteers are made up of members of ACT, Chainers and Gold Chainers. Volunteering gives the participants an opportunity to give back to the company, and in doing so gain invaluable skills such as speaking to the general public.
We love Theatre in the Forest, Red Rose Chain!
My favourite show from Theatre in the Forest was Romeo and Juliet, because I loved the comedy factor of it, and every time I watched it was like the first time.
The Wuthering Heights show, the hard-hitting serious drama all about love and that all going wrong.
Much Ado About Nothing, because I really loved the 40s style we did it in.
Romeo and Juliet, because all of the actors involved the audience and it was such a good performance. It was so funny, it was so involving, and it gave a really good atmosphere.
Romeo and Juliet.
And why did you think it was really good?
Because of the music and acting.
My favourite show from Theatre in the Forest is The Tempest, because I remember I just loved the splash zone and getting really wet and the actors like throwing the water.
Romeo and Juliet.
And why did you think it was really good?
Well, if she's watching this, I hope she is. My favourite moment's got to be when, with Ailish, she played the nurse. And the reason why I say Ailish, because she's actually a very good actress, and she's one of my favourites from the show.
Much Ado About Nothing, because it's one of my favourite Shakespeare plays anyway, and the whole cast was just so funny.
Romeo and Juliet. And why did you like Romeo and Juliet?
I like this dancing.
I really liked Twelfth Night because it was in the lockdown. It was really good fun.
Romeo and Juliet, because I loved how crazy it was and I loved how the actors interacted with the audience.
Midsummer Night's Dream, because I liked it because I thought it was very well acted out, and the way how all of the actors were coming on at the right time, and I just thought the line remembering was very, very well done as well.
Romeo's Dream, I like that Agatha Christie in the theatre zone.
And why do you think Theatre in the Forest is really, really good?
Because I like the bloody guts and the dark side.
And the gory stuff.
Yeah, gory stuff.
I've had the chance to do a lot of backstage work for Theatre in the Forest, and it's been a really great learning experience, seeing how all the costume changes work, moving props around and getting to know the actors. It's been great.
My favourite memory from Theatre in the Forest was when I was working at the opening desk and a peacock jumped off one of the roofs and attacked one of the actors.
I volunteer with Red Rose Chain for lots of their performances, and it's an awesome experience where you learn so many new things, and as part of the actual Red Rose Chain, it's just really inclusive and it's just a great experience overall.
One of my favourite parts about volunteering in the forest is getting to hang around with my friends all the summer, and the good times.
My favourite memory from volunteering at Theatre in the Forest, I couldn't pick just one, it was all really good.